How are we, folks? Just about to leave, or just leaving sleepy old Recluse. So the idea today is to head out to Hattah. Going to take some back tracks down the Noob track and a couple of others which I can't recall the name of. That's about, I don't know, about 30 k's to the turn off. So I'm just going to take highway to then, because one of the things that we haven't done is sort of tried out the highway performance of the old Rally. And given that's one of its, you know, functions, I guess, we want to see how it goes. So I'm not really loaded up. I've got a full tank of gas, got a bag on the back, so it'll be interesting. So the bike's done 425 k's now, so still really in the run-in phase. So I'm still kind of taking it easy on it. There we go, 100 k's, still on 6,000. Okay, well, that didn't go too bad. Even on those slight hills, it does drop in speed a bit. So you think you're cruising along 110, you look down and you're doing 100, so it drops a fair bit. What am I doing now? Yeah, I'm going to put my maps on. Maps, Google Maps. So this is the route that we're taking. Hang on a minute, let's go get out of that for a minute. Okay. Let's get out of that for a minute. View Google Maps. Start. There we go. There we go. So our first turn off's about 10 k's down the road. Lock that into place. Cool. Put my gloves back on. So, it's going to be a warm one today. 36 degrees or thereabouts. I had hoped to get off a little bit earlier today because, you know, it's going to cook this afternoon, but wasn't to be. I don't know what the audio is like as I'm going down the road. It's probably too much wind noise, I'm thinking. Good shit, mate. Just flopping straight for a second. Righto, here we go, guys. Here we go, guys. Come on, get off. Oh, here we go. So we have arrived. This is the Noob track. There we go. Got to head out that way. Looks like a pretty good track. A little bit of sand, but hopefully nothing too serious. Not really. I'm running kind of stock pressures at the moment in the wheels, so we'll be interested to see how that goes. Front and rear. Not quite full pressure. Right. Anyway, so this is the bike. 2024, I think, Hattah Rally. Oh, we've lost Mario. Poor bloody Mario. How did he come off? Oh, that's no good, mate. Put you back on there, Cobber. What do you reckon? So I've had the bike for about probably 5 weeks. As I said, I've done about 400 k's on it. So I've just upgraded it with the Outback Motortech aluminium sump guard, upper crush bars, bark busters. I've put a Amazon special back rack on it. Got the again, oh, they're pretty loose. Let's tighten those babies up. The Amazon special Rhino Walk bag. I bought some side bags for it as well. Soft luggage. I've got the phone mount up here, which is another Amazon special. Yeah, all in all, it's going pretty well. Pretty happy with it so far. So, just to talk about me, so I'm in my 50s. This is my first real kind of road bike, or road registrable bike. So prior to this, so I only just sort of started taking up my motorbike riding again in my 50s, and even my only motorbike experience prior to that was when I was in my teens and early 20s. I had a mate who lived on a farm, and we had a couple of egg bikes, and we'd sort of cruise around the river and the Murray River. So nothing too serious at all. So I still consider myself very much a beginner rider. Had my license now for about probably, I don't know, 4 years maybe, but 400 k's on this bike is the extent of my road riding experience, apart from getting my license, which is a quick sort of 10-minute sort of check ride and test, whatever. So it's all very, very interesting. So the plan today is to head out on this track to the Noob track, meet up with another couple of tracks. So essentially what we're doing is taking sort of back tracks into Hattah-Kulkyne National Park. Have a bit of a sticky beak around there. So I've been to Hattah. Hattah's probably about 60-70 k's from Wildura, so I spent a bit of time there in my younger years camping and what have you. So it'll be good to have a look around there, see what's changed. Not much, I'm tipping. Yeah, so it'll be interesting. So I'm on my own today. Hopefully nothing goes wrong with the bike, because I'll be fairly well fucked if it does. Or nothing wrong with me for that matter. So yeah, if we just have a bit of a stare, I don't know whether you can see this or not, but I'll sort of zoom out. Noob track onto this track here, and then Hattah-Kulkyne track or something like that will take me into Lake Mournpool, and then we'll follow that track from Mournpool to Hattah. So that's kind of it, really. What is stock on this bike is the tyres, so this will be interesting. So yeah, my experience with these in sand is a bit unsettling, to be honest with you. I mean, they look reasonably knobby, but there's just not enough distance between the knobs. That sounds strange, doesn't it? So the grip in the tough stuff is not the best. Fine on the road, go really well on the road. Stuff like this, which is sort of hard packed, it's not too bad. Gravel gets a bit skatey, as does the back. It's pretty easy to sort of power slide the back end. So So yeah, so I've got a compressor, rechargeable compressor on order, so I can sort of drop my tyre pressures and then pump them back up. I suppose I could. I might see how I go. If it's really shit, I will deflate them a bit, because I can probably pump them up again at Hattah. Hattah's got a servo there, hopefully with a compressor. Anyway, we'll see how we go. It's getting warm. That was bloody good going through there. Far out. Fucking sand. What do you expect though, mate? Hot. Hot, hot, hot. like lawn pool. Here we go. Here we go. Lawn pool campground. Have you booked your campsite? Toilets. Some sand dune there. I reckon. Have a cup of coffee, take my jacket off, have a bit of a breather. There we go. We made it. Oh, we made it. Woo! And there it is, there's Lake Hawthorne. Obviously, good bit of truck. Had some challenges. Oh, so just out of curiosity, what have I brought in my bag today? So I've got, just in case my sunnies were not enough, I bought a visor, got a first aid kit just in case. Lots of glasses. I'm an old man and I'm blind. Oh no, so I bought yeah, I got one battery charged. So previously charged my DJI Mini batteries up, but they've gone flat, fuckers. Anyway, so I had to bring this battery pack, charge them up. At the moment I don't have a USB power plug in the bike, so I've got my drone here as well, so we might stick this up. As I mentioned, I've got no tools, only what's included in the little toolbox down here, which is fuck all in all honesty. So there you go, so we might break out the drone, see how we go, see if we can get some bit of epic footage. Some pelicans out there, look at those babies. Let's go for a looky booky. I wonder what the water's like. Oh, you wouldn't want to camp under those trees now, would you? There never used to be all these trees along the edge of the lake as well, so it was just like sand down to the water. It was perfect. I think one year they might have dried out the lakes and the trees kind of took off. Mr. Percival. Oh man, that feels alright. Fuck, that feels good. Feels good, mate. So some sand hills just over there. Might go for a look. So we used to play over here. We used to camp here when teenagers. So strangely enough, this probably reflects the thinking of the day. Like, I don't know, we're about probably maybe 15, 16. Anyway, our parents would drop us here for a week. We'd live on cans of baked beans and stuff like that. And we survived it. Unlike things today where, you know, parenting is all about ban there, ban present. Not allowing your children to take risks. So one year, mate of ours, it was his first time, so he'd been invited along. It was his first time. His parents were really concerned because, you know, home is kind of 60 k's away, I guess. So his parents were really concerned about, you know, if something was to happen, what would you do? No such thing as mobile phones back in the day. So I thought, well, we'll leave the ute there for them. If there's an emergency, at least they can get back into town. We kind of grew up around blocks, or, you know, farms, that kind of thing. So we knew how to drive. And fuck, didn't we take full advantage of that, having a ute to drive. Also, it's been kind of fenced off, but anyway, probably stop erosion. Yeah, took full advantage. And then one night there was a thing come over the radio that there was a massive storm on the way, so we all kind of shit ourselves. And thought, fuck it, we'll jump in the ute, drive home. So here we are, 16 years of age. None of us had a licence. And driving down the main highway in torrential rain in the ute. So 4 of us across the front of the ute. That was like potentially a recipe for disaster, but we made it. How's the sandhills, eh? Pretty cool. It's getting hot. It's just a cool landscape, I reckon. You'd have fun up here on a bike. There's right over the back there, you can see the crest of another sandhill. So they can get pretty high over there as well. Yeah, so good times back in the day. Not to say that now aren't good times, but different kind of times. So we basically come down with a tent, sleeping bag, an air mattress, tins of, as I say, spaghetti, meatballs, baked beans, and like a 20-litre container of water or two. And that was it. We'd make do. And we used to occupy ourselves for like a week, and we never stabbed each other. We all got along. Yeah, good memories. Now kids have got to have, you go camping and kids have got to have iPads, iPhones, and you know, it's not their fault, it's ours. So I'm a 55-year-old guy who has a 5-year-old in his care at the moment, and I swear she's addicted to iPad. Quiet, no one here. So there you go, so we'll leave here. I think it's about probably 15 minutes to Lake Hattah. So this is a kind of a system of lakes. They've got Lake Hattah, Lake Bitterang, Lake Mournpool, heaps of other lakes that I can't think of the name of. And there's a, where she left, there's a creek that joins, obviously, so there's a creek system that joins the Murray with this lake system called Chocolate Creek. And there's a regulator there that regulates water flow, I guess, in and out of this system. Trying to jump back on the bike. Back on the mighty Henry the Honda. Let's go and have a look over here. This is the day visitor area. Let's check it out. Take all my gear off, but I can't be honest. Oh, some emus out there on the edge of the lake. Cool. There you go, there's water. Surprise, surprise, surprise. What is it here? Barbecue, cool. Cool. Interesting. There you go. So, wetland of international importance, rich habitat, diverse bird life. More than 200 species of bird inhabit the Hattah-Kulkyne Lakes area. While many of these birds are resident species, a significant proportion are migratory birds that visit from countries north of the equator. Cool. There you go, eh? Oh, red guy, how old would that be, eh? So as I said, this is just the day visiting area, so I don't know. I guess you cat in there for a swim or whatever. But what would bring you here? The toilet's over there. Gets you away from the iPad, I guess, eh? Man, there's a big flock of emus over there. Pretty dry. Well, I've got to say this has really changed since I was here. I think if you're going to camp, you camp at Lawnpool. There you go. That's it. Come go get a cool drink. Cool or refreshing beverage. Well, there you go, guys. That's pretty much the conclusion of this episode. So all in all, it was a pretty good ride. The tracks from like Noob and Carnarvon track, good tracks, pretty quick. I was probably averaging about 70-80 k's an hour. Pretty sandy in spots, so definitely not without a level of challenge, I guess. So. Yeah, Hattah was a little bit disappointing, not quite like I remember it, particularly like camping ground. I mean, you don't have access to the water at the camping ground, so that part of the lake is actually dry. So that was a bit disappointing, as I mentioned in the video. I think you're probably far better off if you're going to camp there and you want to be on the water. Lake Mourne Falls, definitely the better option of the two. Bike went really, really well, quite happy with it. Yeah, it was a warm day. I think I need to invest in some appropriate gear for the hot weather. So currently I'm running a dry rider. It's a ventilated jacket, so it does have some airflow, but it's black, so it kind of attracts the heat. So anyway, we'll need to look at that. Yes, so from here I headed off to Hattah store, had a bit of a break there, had a cold drink, and then headed back home again. So hope you liked the video. Had fun making it. So this is my first video for my channel. So yeah, if you like, maybe come back and check out future videos. So the aim of this channel is to check out I guess places of interest and you know, good tracks in the local area here. I don't really have much of an opportunity sort of to get out and do tracks sort of further afield, so mainly going to be local, but hopefully there's plenty here to sort of keep the interest levels up. And this is kind of my experience as an older rider who's come back to riding and sort of getting into the adventure scene. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs up, make a comment, and hopefully I'll see you again. Cheers, guys.